I'm alive. Welcome back for another deadline stream, everyone. How are we all doing today? FPL is back. No more international breaks. Let's go. We're back for the final run-in for what's left of the season. How are we all doing today? Good to have FPL back. Glad there's no more international breaks. Lots of FPL to come. Obviously, we've got the deadline today, and then we've got another one midweek next week. Noctan Bully says it's been 84 years. Bashar is on Captain Townsend. Thank me later. There's no way you're Captain in Townsend. Prove it. Send me a screenshot on Twitter and I'll pull that up. Or maybe after the deadline. I don't believe you. Morning Edzo. Morning Sarah or Sarah. Tushar. Philip. JMTW. Chateau. Matty Footy. Gray. Lights Gaming. Scott. Tommaso. Renato. Welcome all to the stream. Good to see lots of members in the chat as well this morning. Yeah, I was just sitting around and I was ready to go, so I thought, why not just go live 10 minutes earlier than scheduled? So welcome all to the stream. Lots to talk about. Obviously, we've got FPL Challenge that's launched, so I guess we'll touch on that as well. I can run through my FPL Challenge team in a bit, but of course, most of you are here for the main game, if not all of you. So this is how I'm lined up. Looking like I might roll the transfer this week. After 2 weeks of doing, after 2 weeks waiting, I've come through the international break without any issues. So I'm looking to actually roll the transfer. For me, it's all about getting Salah back in. So I've got a few different ways to go in terms of getting him back. I'm not looking forward to that decision. It might be selling some in Gameweek 31, or I might take a -4, but it's going to be very dependent on price changes. So we'll have to see. Deeper Crash says, love you, Oscar. Love you too, mate. How are we all doing today? Good to have FPL back. Yeah, lots to cover. As usual, we've got the scout selection, Kings of the Game Week. We'll look at projected points, most transfer players. We'll talk about FPL Challenge as well. I'm interested to know how many of you are playing or how many aren't. If anyone is playing FPL Challenge, I've actually made a mini league. So here's the mini league code to join. If you are playing, ZYOND9. Ziond9. If anyone's playing FPL Challenge, that's the mini league code. Salah went up in price last night. Who else went up? Are there any other notable price changes? Did Gusto go up? So yeah, ZYOND9, if anyone's playing FPL Challenge, that's my mini league code. They've actually asked me to write an article for the Premier League website for the Gameweek 31 challenge, which I think is a better challenge. It's strikers score double. So I'm going to do a little write-up over the weekend for them. So look out for that as well. Yeah, that's going to be a good one because all your front three get double points, or you get quadruple points for the first time ever in FPL history. Quadruple points from your captain. Onska says start Saka or Richarlison. Yeah, this one's difficult to assess because it looked like Richarlison was going to be a doubt. There were rumours that he had a problem, and then now there's rumours that he's okay. I'll pull this tweet up. I think it was actually from Fabrizio. Postacoglu said Bentancur, Van de Ven and Richarlison are all fine, available for selection. Richarlison's okay. He had a bit of a knee niggle and we're managing him. He feels good even after training. It's very difficult to pick which one, if I'm honest. If Richarlison starts, then he's the obvious pick. It's just really easy. But is there a chance that he starts on the bench and then comes on? I think I would chance it and go Richarlison because I think Spurs beat Luton pretty comfortably. Like, Luton are so bare bones at the moment. They've been really unlucky with injuries. So I think I'd take the chance. Chase the upside. Take the chance and Richarlison start him. He might only get like 60, 70 minutes, but I think Spurs put 3 or 4 past them in this game. Which is why I'm on Captain Son. But there's loads of good options, like Palmer's a good option, Salah's a good option. We can stick a Captain poll up. Start Bowen or Bailey. I would start Bowen between those two. Would you ever go live? Oh yeah, Jay's in the chat. So Jay was the first one in today and he said could I have a shout out. So shout out to Jay. Appreciate you getting in the chat super early. Would I ever go live on TikTok? I've never thought about it, to be honest with you. If there's a demand for it. I don't actually post on TikTok that much. I do like a couple of posts a week. This is my TikTok. I just post shorter versions. Like I do the experts one. I do like everything you need to know. So that just covers like the top transfers, the best captains, and that sort of thing. Like any bits of key news that you might have missed. I've only got 8,700 followers on TikTok because I've only just started posting regularly. So I don't know if I'd get many viewers. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never tried it, so I could be wrong on that. John says, can I have a shout out as well? Of course you can, John. Massive shout out to John. He always tunes in, never lets me down, John. Appreciate you coming into the stream, as always, John. Welcome all to the stream. Fatal says, let's go Sun Captainers. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty settled on Sun Captain. I really do think that... I'll be surprised if Luton even score, so I'm happy to have Pedro Porro as well. Yeah, and if I was on a wildcard, I'd probably have Maddison as well, so I'd have the triple up. Anyone on a wildcard this week? I think quite a lot are. Mainly the ones that didn't free hit in 29, because those that didn't free hit 29 kind of dead-ended their team. You know, like selling Haaland for Morris and those kind of moves. And you got some players that you might not want longer term, like Bowen or Doughty, those sort of guys. Pokeme says, yes, Oscar, KDB to Son. Yeah, I think that's a pretty straightforward move. If I had KDB and not Son, I'd make the switch. But obviously some people are going KDB to Salah, and that's an even more difficult decision because Salah's got Sheffield United home in Gameweek 31. It's very difficult to have all three if you're not wildcarding. Kevin's on the wildcard. Kevin, have you got Son, Salah, Haaland? I think that's a really nice edge for the wildcarders. Have you got them, John? The triple up, the threemium. Yeah, if I was on a wildcard, I'd definitely have Son, Salah, and Haaland. But yeah, you have to have a few budget players to get to that. Like Palmer, I think Bradley's quite a popular pick, but Bradley might only get a couple of games. Muniz, obviously, you could go for a 3-4-3 this week because Muniz has got Sheffield United, and then you just bench Muniz as and when you need in the future. So we've got 2 hours till deadline. Welcome all to the stream. Lots to talk about in this one. Appreciate you all being here. Amy Pan says, Porro, Share, Van Dijk, Saliba, Kabore. Let me just pin this. Porro, Share, Van Dijk, Saliba, Kabore, Palmer, Saka, Gordon, Foden, Louise, Solanke, Haaland, Watkins. 3 mil, 2 free transfers help. So I would probably just do Foden to Son if that were me. That's what I would do. You can afford that, right? What's Foden, like 9 mil? Son's 1 mil more. So yeah, I'd just go Foden to Son. That's what I would do, Amy. I mean, Foden, he could bang against Arsenal, but it's probably the toughest game they'll have all season, besides when they played away at Arsenal, and I guess away at Liverpool. So I'd do Foden to Son in that situation. Muniz is a must. Salah is a must. Yeah, I did a wildcard video, I think it was like on Monday, so if anyone's on a wildcard and needs some inspiration, then check out that draft. In that one I actually had Cunha rather than Muniz, but it does depend on if you've got your free hit, because if you've got your free hit, then Gameweek 34 is irrelevant because you probably use it then. Whereas if you don't, then someone like Cunha, I prefer to Muniz because he's got the double in 34. And obviously Wolves have got nice fixtures before and after, to be fair. Burnley, West Ham, Forest, and then the double is Arsenal, Bournemouth at home. And then they've got Luton at home in Gameweek 35 as well. So I think Cunha is a really nice one. He was smashing it before his injury. There was that 10 game week span where no one got more points than Cunha up until his injury. 24k Will, day 57 of calling Focal smexy fella. Jeez, I don't think I've ever been called that. Thanks, Will. Axel says, how you get Salah in? So there's a couple of ways I could do it. Let me pull up the transfer segment. Route 1 is I could do Watkins to Darwin, like that, and then Son to Salah. I've got enough for that. That's option 1, and then I've got Darwin and Salah home to Sheffield United, but I'd be selling Son, so that's the downside there. Option 2 is I could do Watkins to Muniz or Cunha, and then it'd be Gordon to Salah, and then I'd have to sell Porro for like a 3.8 mil defender. Annoyingly, because of price changes, I can't get Richards now, who's 3.9. So there's a couple of ways I could get to Salah. I'm not sure which one it'll be yet. Virtual says, can we see your FPL Challenge team? Yeah, this is my FPL Challenge team. Is anyone else giving it a go? The good news is it's a weekly challenge, so if you miss a week, it doesn't matter. It's not like FPL where there's overall ranks and so on. And obviously people have worked out this loophole with auto subs, so I'm going to just test it out. There's probably better ways of doing it, but I can't be bothered to work it all out. So I've got Jota captain, Son vice. So if Son smashes it, then I'll leave it and I'll get Isak off the bench. If Son blanks, then I'll sell Jota for someone like De Bruyne, for example, and they'll get the captaincy instead. Because Jota plays after Spurs, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my team at the moment. I think in challenge, if you really want your best chance of winning it, you have to really like attack particular fixtures. So I feel like you need to have, you know, like triple or quadruple defense, because you can have 5 players from one team rather than 3. So that's probably the best chance. I reckon someone who wins it just backs a particular fixture for a clean sheet and then has a few other rogue decisions come in. So like you could just go Petrovic, Gusto, Disasi, I don't know, Chilwell for example, and just fully back Chelsea to get a clean sheet against Burnley. But yeah, because there's no like overall rank, you can just take those kind of risks. It's not something I do in regular FPL, like triple defense. Goalie says, with the weekly challenge, won't everyone have the same team except captains? I'm not sure they will, because the difference is, like I said, there's no overall rank or overall points. So there's nothing on the line if you get it wrong. You just go back and start again next week from fresh. So I think you can afford to take as many risks as you want. You could go really rogue if you wanted to, and it doesn't matter if you get it wrong. So I think if anything, that might tempt people to just be a bit bolder. But yeah, it's a difficult one. Like, I think it would be good if it had overall rank, because that's more incentive for like the more engaged managers like us. But then if it's got overall rank, then it's less casual. And I think they also want to target casual players. You know, you can just hop in at any time. Even if you miss the first games of the game week, you could just jump in on Sunday if you wanted, if there's just good fixtures on Sunday. Or, you know, if you miss the first deadline, then you could just jump in the later games on Saturday. You know, you could start from the 3 o'clock games today, for example. Start Dubravka over Areola. Yeah, I think I would. Not sure if either keep a clean sheet, but that's what I would do. Salah Fingers in the chat. He says, what's your move, mate? I'm actually going to roll this week. I'm rolling with a view to bringing Salah in Gameweek 31. I haven't settled on which way I'll get Salah yet. It could be Watkins to Darwin and Son to Salah. Or I could go Watkins to a cheap forward like Muniz or Cunha, and then I'd sell Gordon for Salah, and then take a -4 to sell Porro for a 3.8 defender that I won't use. Ben says, my wildcard team Oscar out of the box wanted 13 double game players and 34 for the bench boost. Double game week 37 with bait, with only Chelsea having a decent double. Yeah, the thing with game week 34 bench boost is you can't have any Spurs because they blank. But Spurs will double in 35 or 36, so you're going to want to get Spurs straight into your team. That's the downside to the Game Week 34 bench boost. The only thing I can't help you with is the IDs. We've stopped doing IDs now because it used to get too time consuming and messy to get teams up. So sorry I can't help with that. But yeah, if you can get 13 and 34 for the bench boost and no Spurs, then I like that. But I'm guessing you start with someone like Son and then you sell them in 34 and then buy them back. I guess that would be the strategy there. You know what I should have done? I made graphics for the potential doubles. Maybe I can just upload them here, so we could talk about the potential doubles. So it's double game 35. That's that one. Add image. Bear with me, because it's nice if you actually look at the doubles and you can see what we're working towards. So there's double game week 35 or 36 for Chelsea and Spurs, which will be that. There's probably like a 5% chance of a triple game week 37, but it's almost certainly going to be in 35 or 36. Ben Krellin, the fixtures guru, reckons it'll be 36. So it's quite a nice little double there for Chelsea in particular. Spurs not so much. They'd have Liverpool and Chelsea away. And Chelsea would have West Ham and Tottenham home. And then, game week 37, would be that. So 6 teams would double. Among those, Chelsea, City, United, Newcastle and Spurs. But yeah, as you say, it's a bit of a mixed bag in terms of the doubles. But my plan is to bench boost in Gameweek 37. So I think I'll wildcard in 35, maybe 36. And try and maximise as many players as possible that double in 37. And obviously taking advantage of that small double before then as well. So yeah, that's my loose plan. Let me just rearrange my tabs. Oops, there we go. Salah Fingers, thanks for becoming an fplfocal member. Thanks very much for that, Salah Fingers. What I should start doing is press one of these every time someone becomes a member. Does that still work? Yeah, there we go. Thanks very much, Salah Fingers. Mate, Salah Fingers, what a throwback. I used to watch those when I was younger. I actually watched one of his streams the other day, David Firth. He still streams on Twitch. I'm sure you know that. KDB hold or sell? So if you don't have Salah or Son, I would make the switch personally. I know like KDB is KDB, he could go huge in this game, but Salah and Son have got better fixtures immediately and longer term, I suppose. I know KDB's got Luton Gameweek 33, but I'd make that switch if I had KDB and I didn't have one of Salah or Son. Did he do Devo? He did, mate. He did Devo. Oh, mate, what a throwback Devo was. When he kicks the pigeon, he's like, do you think it's dead? Not a real pigeon as far as I'm aware. How sure are you that Jota starts? Well, he's definitely not going to start. You get the... that's the way. That's the trick people have worked out on FPL Challenge. So I captain Jota, who won't play because he's injured. And so the captaincy goes over to Son. If Son blanks, then I'll transfer Jota out for someone else. I mean, what I probably should do is transfer Salah out for someone else, and then I transfer Salah in there. But I guess I still could actually, couldn't I? Yeah, I could, because you can transfer anyone. So that's what I would do. I would transfer Salah and Jota out, put someone in there like De Bruyne, and then move Salah over to there, and then Salah gets the captaincy if Son blanks. But yeah, people have been working out. People are already working out like how to optimize FPL Challenge. I think they made a tweak to the rules. So if you make a transfer after the deadline, auto subs don't happen. Pratik, thanks for becoming a member for 13 months, past the year mark now. He says, welcome back to another reminder. Tattoo at 200k. Yeah. If anyone doesn't know about this, I'm going to get the Focal logo tattooed at 200,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of that and force me to get the tattoo. I've not got any tattoos, by the way. I've never got a tattoo in my life. But if you want to make me get one, then subscribing will contribute towards that. It's completely free. Took this community 6 minutes to break an entire game code. Well done, guys, says Virtual. How are we doing, FPL Gem? Would you go Solanke to Muniz? No, I don't think I would. I think they're about even this week. And obviously Solanke's got double in 34. So no, I wouldn't do that. Niall says bench one out of Saka, Solanke, Maddison or Tony. In that scenario, I think it'd have to be Saka, you know. It's got to be Saka away to City, hasn't it? If there's one fixture where you could bench Saka, it's when he's away to City and when he's flagged. You know, Arteta said he hasn't trained yet. I think he'll be fine. Ben says, this is my current wildcard team. Neto, Raya, Van Dijk, Gusto, Udogie, 8 Norwich, Saliba, Palmer, McAllister, Salah, Saka, Eze, Solanke, Haaland and Mateta. Yeah, it's a good wildcard. McAllister's a surprising one. Yeah, he's a pretty low ceiling player if you ask me. I'm just trying to think if there's a better cheap mid that doubles in 34. Like, Hwang could be back then, so I guess you could make that transfer in a few weeks. Because you want to set your wildcard up to, ideally, not need to make any moves. So, yeah, that could be a move you make later. I'm not sure about the McAllister pick, but the rest is very solid. Yeah, McAllister to Hwang, once he's back, might work nicely. Or he could go Sarabia in a few weeks. Because Eze's got some bad games. I think it's in Gameweek 32 and 33 before his double. But yeah, solid team. I'd rather have Cunha over Mateta, but I'm guessing you can't afford that. Like, you could go Garnacho and Cunha, for example. I know Garnacho doesn't double in 34, but I really like Cunha. Really good pick. But yeah, nice wildcard. Havertz or Luis Diaz? I'd go Luis Diaz there. I'll definitely have Havertz in Gameweek 31 on the FPL Challenge because they're home to Luton then. And obviously with FPL Challenge, like, you know the lineups. There's no deadlines, so like if you see someone's benched, you can just get rid of them. So I'll probably have Havertz, and if he's benched for Jesus, then I'll swap him to Ødegaard or someone else like that. Walker to Gusto. Yeah, I think that's a good move. I would do that. I'd love to get Gusto this week, but it makes sense for me to roll, personally. Play Neto or Leno? I'd start Leno there. Better fixture. -4 for Palmer. Depends who you're selling, to be honest, Yusuf. I think this is the right time to buy Palmer. Home to Burnley, and then home to Man United, Sheffield United away, Everton home. So he's got a nice block of 4 fixtures. Depends who you're selling, though. Bring Salah. Yeah, my plan's Gameweek 31 for Salah. I can't get him this week without taking a -8, so it's not worth it for me. And that -8 would be selling Gordon or Son, so not worth it for me. Alright, let's get through the news roundup because there's quite a lot from this week. So here's the news you might have missed. Start with City. Guardiola's ruled Walker and Stones out the game against Arsenal. Edison's much better. KDB's trained well, so KDB probably starts. Akanji and Grealish have been seen in training as well this week. Newcastle. Eddie Howe said it's a possibility that Trippier, Barnes and Livramento are back this game week. Miley picked up a back issue on international duty and he's going to see a specialist. And Botman's out for the rest of the season after having surgery, so I've seen Lascelles in quite a lot of drafts as well. 3.9 mil should be nailed, double in 37. Johnny says focal stream, yes, welcome to the stream, Johnny. Chelsea news, Ben Chilwell's got a dead leg, he'll be assessed. Cole Palmer's okay and training well. Sanchez has been added to the club's injury list. So Petrovic is another one I've seen on a lot of wildcards. Chelsea got nice fixtures, plus they've got 2 doubles to come later in the season. Aston Villa, Cash is going to be sidelined for 2 to 3 weeks after picking up an injury on Poland duty. McGinn serves the second of his 3-match suspension. Arsenal news. On Saka, Martinelli and Gabriel, he says there's a chance they haven't trained though, and there's another session tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 make the game. Saka and Gabriel, I think definitely do. I'm not sure about Martinelli. Liverpool news. Robertson will not train, but it's going to be assessed day by day. He got injured over the break, but not a serious one. Alisson, Trent and Jota are not too far away, but not in yet, and they could return to parts of training from next week. Darwin's in full training and he's fine as well. Cunha should be in contention to return this weekend. Neto and Hwang won't be ready for Gameweek 30. Hamstring injuries for both of them. Hwang could be back in less than 3 weeks. So yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I might actually keep Hwang now, all the way to the double in 34, and hope he's back in time. And then lastly, Spurs. Bentancur, Van der Ven and Richarlison are all fine, available for selection. He said Richarlison's okay, he had a bit of a knee niggle, and we're managing him. He feels good even after training. So good news if you've got Richarlison. Hopefully he starts. Obviously he might not. Johnny says, Focal, can I join your Challenge League? Yeah, my Challenge League code is there. If anyone's playing FPL Challenge, that is my league code. Alt1980 says, you should have the team news as a section on your channel. Yeah, I've thought about doing a Friday video, just of like all the press conference news, but at the moment I do the experts videos every Friday, so I can't really fit in 2 videos. I'd have to bring the experts video back a day and possibly not do the Game Week guide videos, so it's difficult to fit it all in. I mean, next week's going to be crazy. I mean, what's the schedule? Is the deadline on Tuesday for Game Week 31? Yeah, I mean, do you guys love it when there's just non-stop footy like this? So it's Saturday, Sunday football, Monday off, and then it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday off, and then Saturday, Sunday again. So yeah, we'll have another deadline stream on Tuesday evening. Non-stop. But yeah, the first game today is Newcastle West Ham. We need to do the predictions in a minute. We'll do that later in the stream. Have you gone wildcard? No, I haven't wildcarded. I'll take that as a compliment though, if my team looks like a wildcard team, but no, I haven't. No wildcard. Is Gabriel essential? Not essential, but I think you need to have at least one Arsenal defender from Gameweek 31. They got Luton home, and they got Dublin 34. So, yeah, I'd say have at least one. Arsenal are best for expected goals conceded this season. So, it makes sense to get at least one. I've got two. How are we doing, Shreyan? Welcome to the stream. Saka available. Arteta said he's not trained. But I think he'll be fine. Myself. Isak or Jackson? I prefer Isak. Jackson could smash it, but he's one yellow away from a 2-match suspension. I just think that's a bit too risky. He was getting loads of bookings earlier in the season, but he has slowed down in that respect. But he could get a silly yellow at any point, and then he misses 2 games. I'd rather just save myself the headache and get Isak or Darwin. Aman says, is it a good idea to do Watkins for Darwin now? No, not for me. I would do that move in 31. I think they're probably even this week. If not, maybe Watkins is better. So I'd leave that for 31. Delia in the chat, she says, no way Saka misses the match against City. I think it's a mind game from Arteta. I agree. There was that tweet from Team News and Ticks that said he has been carrying an injury and he's gone away a couple of times for it. This one here. But yeah, in my view, he'll definitely be fine. I mean, he got called up for England. But they said Saka's been carrying an injury for a long time. He regularly goes away to get extra treatment. England didn't think it was worth putting him under more strain for games that mean very little. He wasn't pulled out by the club. Should be fine for City. So yeah, I'm expecting Saka to be fine. Salah or Son captain? If I was chasing, I'd go Salah. Otherwise, I'd go Son. I think Son's slightly better this week, but there's not much between them. I mean, these are the FPL review projections. They've got Son top. They've got Salah in second. So 8 points for Son, 7.5 for Salah. Then Maddison, and then Palmer. Isak, Haaland, Watkins, Jackson, Darwin, and Tony. I'm not sure where Flandy is today. I'm sure he's around. Might be joining us later. So yeah, review projections are back in Son, but not much in it, to be fair. So yeah, if you're chasing rank, like Salah's low owned, he'll be more differential than Son. Start Foden or Garnacho? Ooh. I'd be tempted to start Garnacho there, I think. I mean, Brentford just look so ropey defensively. They've got so many injuries. But yeah, that's a close one. Because Foden's on fire recently. But I think I'll start Garnacho. Any leaks? Don't think so. I've not actually even checked yet. Oh, my doorbell. Not answering that now. It's probably Amazon. Oh, you know what? I know what this might be. I have to get this. Wait there a minute. I'll tell you exactly why in a minute, but wait there. Right, it was. Okay, so basically, last year, I'm out of breath now. I just ran down the stairs and back up. Basically, I live on the top floor. I've just sprinted all the way down and back up. Let me catch my breath. Right. What was I saying? So, last year, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but last year, for April Fools, I did a tweet about defensive mids. Let me try and find it. Yeah, this was it. So this was April 1st last year. I did a tweet here saying I might get in trouble for leaking this, but there's huge changes coming to FPL. They're adding a defensive mid position to make defensive mids viable. 1 point for free recoveries. Let me catch my breath. 2 points for clean sheets, and triple captain's going to be replaced by double captain. And it blew up, to be fair. It got like 2,800 likes. And I've come up with a new one for this April 1st. Don't tell anyone this. I'm only telling you guys, but don't tell anyone else. But I'm making, I've made an FPL card game, right? And I'm going to pretend that they've launched this new card game, and I'm doing a pack opening. Look at the extent I've gone to with this. So I've got these, and I've made these. So basically, you're going to see the video on Monday. Don't tell anyone this. I'm only telling you guys. So this will come out on Monday, and I'm going to pretend they're launching this new card game, like as an expansion for the new game mode. So I've got all these cards here. Don't know if the green screen will filter that out. So I've made all of these, right, and I'm going to pretend to do a pack opening. I've got like, honestly, I've got like 20 here, so I'm going to make some kind of video over the weekend, like opening these packs. Like, there's a Ben Krelling card. There's like a Pep Roulette card. And basically, when I was cutting and sticking them, I messed up, and you can see the corners of them are like came off on some of them. So I had to order more, and that was it delivering just now. And I had to go get that because otherwise I would miss the chance to cut out those new ones. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to do like an FPL pack opening, long story short. And when that video comes out, everyone play along, leave comments, just pretend like you've opened your own packs and comment like which cards you've got and that sort of thing. And yeah, the April Fools is I'm going to say like these are out in stores everywhere. Go buy them from your local shops. But yeah, don't tell anyone. So when you see that video, just play along with it and pretend you've been buying packs as well or something like that. And we'll trick as many people as possible. Johnny says I would buy a pack. You know what? Look how many there are. I even did the backs on them. So hopefully it'll be a good video. I just need to work out how to do it. Look at all of these. So yeah, I've been coming up with different ideas for cards. It actually looks quite fun, even though the game doesn't make any sense. They're like Pokemon cards. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to come out on Monday. So I'm gonna record that over the weekend at some point. John says, "Can I buy a pack?" Yeah, you can get them from your local stores from April 1st. They'll be available worldwide. Just head down to your local shops and ask for the FPL packs. Anyway, so that's what I'm thinking of this year for April Fools. Trying to be creative with it. Anyway, back to the stream. Yeah, I'm trusting you with that secret, so don't tell anyone. Gordon versus Foden. I'd start Gordon there. I think I'd rather start Gordon. I mean, he's got an unreal record at home this season. So his recent home games: scored against Wolves, scored against Bournemouth, assist against Luton, scored against City, blanked against Forest. I think that was his only blank at home. Assist against Fulham, scored against United, 1 goal, 1 assist against Chelsea, scored against Arsenal, scored against Palace, assist against Burnley, assist against Brentford, a goal against Liverpool, assist against Villa. So he's got 1 blank all season. Randy says, as an Arsenal fan, how are you feeling about tomorrow's game? Nervous. It does feel like it could be a title decider. It could be. The fact that City are missing Walker and Stones is massive. 2 of their best defenders. But yeah, it's not like they've got no backups like Akanji and those sort of guys are, very, very good backups. Senor Lump says, morning Oscar, have a good game, love you. Love you too, mate, thanks for swinging by. Yeah, nervous, it's a huge game. But I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. Ake is a Saka stopper. Yeah, I wonder what City's backline will be without Walker and Stones. Maybe Ake and Vardy will both start. Where's Toffolo? Oh, mate, I forgot about that on the last deadline stream. Bloody Toffolo. I was so close to greatness with that in my defence. You were all like, why aren't you getting Regulon? Why not Regulon? And I said I just wanted to hedge against double Brentford defence, and I got very lucky with that. It ended up 4 points gained. Even though Toffolo only got 1 point, ended up a 4-point gain. Copite says, title's heading to Liverpool, lad. You know what? Let's do the first poll of the stream. Who's winning the league this season? Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, and other. Get your votes in. Saka out, Salah in. What do you think? I think it's a bit risky because although he's got a bad fixture this week, Saka's got Luton home in game week 31, so I don't think that's worth it. Johnny says City 100%. You reckon Burnley? Got to thank you for the Toffolo shout last week. You know, imagine being thanked for a 1 point return. But you know what? I'll absolutely take 1 point over -3. That felt like a huge win, and it was just 1 point. Leanne reckons the title's Liverpool's. Any Eze news? Yeah, Eze's available. Elise, I think's very close to return, but I think he won't make this game. But yeah, Elise could be another interesting one for the double in 34. I'll be looking to bring in probably Eze in 34. I'll probably sell Gordon, or maybe Hwang if he's not back. Best defender to bring in this week? Probably Gusto, or a Spurs defender. Porro, Odogie are both good. But I think Gusto, 4.3 mil. I think he went up last night, but he's still an absolute bargain for that. I mean, I saw there's rumours that we might not even see James again this season, so we could see Gusto nailed for the rest of the season, including those two doubles. There's the one in 35 or 36, where Chelsea might have 2 home games against West Ham and Spurs. And then there's the other double in 37, where they'd have Forest away and Brighton away. So I think Gusto is just insane value for 4.3 mil. Start Saka or Foden? Yeah, I mentioned on yesterday's video, this one feels like an absolute coin toss. Because Saka's on pens, they're both in form. If it was me, I think I'd start Saka just because of pens, but it's very close. Like, Foden's got the home fixture. They're both in form. It could go either way. They could both do well. But I'd start Saka if it was me. Is that Arsenal bias? Or do you guys agree with that? Let us know. Saka or Foden, who would you start? If anyone's in that position, let us know who you're starting. WXM Muller says, I pray that we see Ipswich and Coventry in FPL next year. You know what, that'd be great. A bit of a shake-up. Instead of the same old teams going up and down. So, as it stands, Ipswich are top. Then Leeds. Then Leicester. Then Southampton, West Brom and Norwich. I mean, we could see the same sides. We could see Leicester, Southampton and Leeds go up. But we'll see. Foden. Evan says Foden. David says Saka all day. Saka or Haaland? I would definitely start Haaland. I wouldn't be benching Haaland. Ipswich will win the Premier League next season. Hull have bottled it. Where are Hull? Were they doing well? I don't follow the Championship that closely actually, but I live near Watford, so they're kind of like my second team, Watford. And they got a good result last night, drawing with Leeds. Hull are 9th. Oh, they've 4 draws and a loss in their last 5. Damn. FPL Machine says Saliba to Porro, wildcard in next week, no free hit. Yeah, if you're wildcard next week, that makes sense. Yeah, I like that. If you're wildcard next week, yeah, do it. Foden all day. Kevin says Saka with pen. See, it's pretty divided. I said Saka. A few people were saying Saka. Some are saying Foden. So, 37% reckon Liverpool winning the title. 35% City. 23% Arsenal. So Arsenal least favourites. Interesting. Right, follow-up poll. Are you playing FPL Challenge? Get your votes in. I'm interested to know how many are playing it, or if you're not bothered by it. I've made a team. If anyone wondering, that's how I'm lined up in FPL Challenge. Would you play a championship fantasy game? There is one. Gaffer have got a game, but no, I probably wouldn't play it. I don't know much about the championship. For those asking about the FPL Challenge League code, that's the code. ZYOND9. So if you want to join, that's the code. ZYOND9. Try it out for size. Yeah, I'm going to try it out this week and see how it goes. You can't get it on the app? I think it's on the app. Isn't it? Or do you have to update the app? Oh, mine's not got it either. Yeah, I've only played it in the browser, to be fair. No Haaland in challenge, that's bold. Yeah, I feel like you have to go bold if you want a chance of winning it. At least it's weekly prizes, whereas FPL's got monthly prizes, which is like basically impossible. I suppose weekly is basically impossible as well, but at least it's weekly. Dimitri says, Kirkes is flagged, benches Doughty and Robertson. Should I transfer a -4 or just play Doughty? Depends if you've got a Spurs defender, Dimitri. I think a Spurs defender or Gusto would be a good way to spend a transfer in your scenario. Robertson's isn't serious, which is good news, so he could be back like game week 31. Yeah, I would sell Doughty for Gusto or Udogie if you haven't got either of those. I mean, Robertson's not going to play. Doughty's going to concede a few goals, I think, so I think that's worth it. If that hit's not repaid straight away, it will be in the next few game weeks for sure. So I think that's worth a -4. Oh, you have to update the app. Okay. Pretty split on FPL Challenge. 54% are playing it, 46% aren't. Right, guesses in the chat. Who's gonna... Oh, I've just opened Steam by accident again. Why do I always do that? Let me close Steam. Guesses in the chat though, while I close Steam. Who's going to be the top scorer of Game Week 30? It was Munoz last week. Well, I'll play if anyone got that. Yeah, get your guesses in. Who's going to be the top scorer this week? Who do we reckon it's going to be? I'm going to go Maddison as a left field shout. Toffolo. What games do you play on Steam? Not much, to be fair. I play Rocket League. I've got FC24, not on Steam. Sometimes Football Manager. Salah, Son, Palmer. Munoz again. Mate, imagine if it's Munoz back to back. Bradley. Not a bad shout. He was the top scorer before Bradley, wasn't he? He got like 22 points a few weeks ago. I'm sure he did. Palmer, Eze, Maguire, Toffolo, Gordon, Watkins, Tony. Yeah, you know what? Tony's a good left field shout for the Game Week 31 FPL Challenge because his strikers score double. So you have to get your front three right for that. Jackson. Yeah, Jackson's a good shout as well. He's the sort of player, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he gets a hat-trick. But it wouldn't surprise me if he gets a booking and he's off with 1 point. It's basically like Darwin Light. Brennan Johnson. Yeah, potentially. Depends on Richarlison, that one. If Richarlison starts or not. You got Jackson in your challenge team. He's your challenge captain. Okay. Fair play. Right, let's check if there's any team news. I don't think we'll have much today. Because it's Newcastle first. No, nothing at the moment. I'll keep checking in case there's any other team news or anything else that comes through. We can go back through the news roundup a bit later as well. Anyway, if you've all enjoyed the stream so far, don't forget to drop it a like. And make sure you're subscribed as well. Thanks all for being here. Solanke or Garnacho? Solanke. This is your favourite tune. You know what? Some of these are okay for copyright-free music. Some of these are pretty terrible, but yeah. Can't complain. It's copyright-free. Jay says FPL Challenge is on the app. You have to update it. Oh, okay. I'll do that later in case it makes the stream choppy. I've done it on the website anyway. So I'm all locked in. Richarlison or Palmer? Palmer. Thoughts on Wood? Not for me. I'd rather have Cunha or Muniz if you want a cheap striker. Like, Cunha's back from injury imminently. Could be involved this game week even. But yeah, it's not like you want to start him this week away to Villa anyway. But after that, he's got Burnley, West Ham, Forest, double game week 34, Luton home, and then you just get rid of him around here. So I prefer those to Wood. I know Wood's a bit cheaper though. What's your Rocket League rank? Grand Champ. My top ever rank is Grand Champ 3. But I've put in like a lot of hours. I've got like 2,700 hours logged on Rocket League. Pretty ridiculous. I've played it for a long time, but I don't think I'll ever get SSL. I just don't have the time to commit to it to get to SSL. Pick 2 out of Ake, Gabriel and White. I'd go Ake and White. Is Rice a good shout for under 6 mil? Not a terrible shout. Like, he actually has been having a good season, but there's other mids 6 mil and under I'd rather have. I think Palmer's still under that. I think Eze I'd rather have because he doubles in 35. But yeah, Rice isn't a terrible shout, to be fair. Like, he's taking corners off the left side. Jurgen says, can we have the clean sheet odds? These are the clean sheet odds for Game Week 30. Chelsea top, which is why I think Gusto is such a great move this week. Yeah, I do watch RLCS. I watched loads of it yesterday, actually. Who's your favourite team? I like Gen G because of apparently Jack. I subscribe to him on YouTube myself. Chelsea, 44% chance of a clean sheet. Tottenham, 37.5%. Liverpool and Forest, 36%. City, 34% chance. Same with Villa and Fulham. Luton, 6.5% chance given to them for their away game to Spurs. Luton are the only team yet to keep a clean sheet away this season, by the way. Did you see that quote from Rob Edwards as well? He said, basically the injury situations got so bad that they had to get one of the coaches to play in training, and then the coach pulled his hamstring, and he said I've even got coaches drop into injury as well now. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. Luton, I think Luton will go down. They might have had a chance of staying up if they didn't have all these injuries, but I think it's going to be far too many injuries now. Salebo says, challenge team is best used as a hedge against your actual FPL team. In my humble opinion, I've got Luton and Brighton defenders in case Salah blank, Erdebar in case Chelsea concede, etc. Yeah, that's not a bad way of playing it. If you hedge against your main FPL team, then you're bound to win on at least one game, right? I'd be amazed if Luton keep a clean sheet, though. I think that's a bit too bold. Captain Salah or Palmer? I'd captain Salah between those two. Son or Salah? If I had both, it's such a difficult one. If I had both, I think I'd still captain Son, you know. But if you're chasing Salah, what's your league code for FPL Challenge? League code is that. I'll bring it up on screen very quick. Write it down. ZYOND9. ZYOND9. That's the league code for FPL Challenge. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it does, how the game mode goes this week. I'm definitely going to give it a go. And as I said earlier, they've asked me to write an article for the Game Week 31 challenge. So that'll go up on the FPL website. And I like the next week's challenge more, the one I have to write about, which is striker score double. So you can get quadruple points from one of your strikers. FPL Fella says a full year being a member. Thanks very much for your support, mate. Appreciate it. It's good to see you briefly as well at the FPL Juice tournament. Yeah, thanks for that, Dan. Appreciate the support, mate. Do you still play So Rare? No, I've not actually played it for a while. Not for a while. I might get back into it. Where's Super Ted? He's in bed. Ted's in bed. He was up early this morning because my girlfriend stayed over and she had to get up for work at like 7:30. So he was up and about, and then he's gone back to bed now. Start Saka or Cunha? I'd go Saka because I'm not sure if Cunha comes straight into the team or maybe minutes off the bench first just to ease him back in after a long injury. Start Luiz or Foden? I think I'd go Foden there. Ake or Doughty? Ake. Thought you were looking tired, mate. Stop. Saka or Bailey? Saka. Oh, you retracted your message. Did you really make your mind up? I think Saka. Saka or Gordon at home? Gordon. Saka or Ødegaard? Saka. How we doing, Sponge Babe? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, for me, I'm going to roll this week, and then I'm going to work out how to get Salah back. So it'll either be Watkins to Darwin, and then Son to Salah. But I feel like that's going to be incredibly hard to do if Son smashes it against Luton, which I think he does. I think Son puts up double-digit points against Luton, to be honest. I think Spurs win this one, like 3-0, 4-0 maybe. Or the other route is something like Watkins to Muniz or Cunha, and then Gordon to Salah, and then I'd have to go Porro to like a 4-mil defender, depending on whether I get Muniz or Cunha. I'd rather have Cunha, but it's really tight for money. Like, I might have to move tonight, so I don't know if I'll do that. Like, if I get Cunha for Watkins, Salah for Gordon, then I'd have to get a 3.8 defender for Porro. But if there's any price changes, then I'm priced out, so I don't know if I'll do that. But I really like Cunha over Muniz if you're not free hitting in 34. But obviously it depends on your team. Like, Muniz is great to play this week, whereas Cunha I wouldn't feel good about playing this week. So it depends if you can bench them this week. Hope you're doing well, Oscar. Always nice to see you. Nice to see you as well. Welcome all to the stream. Start Cunha or Garnacho? I'd start Garnacho there. Which week should be wildcard? It's really team dependent. Like, if your team's in bad shape, I'd use it right now. You know, if you've got defenders with a bad fixture, you know, some people have got like Doughty, Taylor, you know, Gabriel as the back three, for example. You might have no Son or Salah. You might have sold Haaland for Morris. You know, if you've got all these problems in your team, I'd use it now. But if your team's set up well, like, I think I'll be able to get to Gameweek 34 with free transfers. So I'm looking to use it in 35 or 36. Depending on when the Chelsea and Spurs double drops in. So Chelsea and Spurs are going to double in 35 or 36. Probably 36. So you could either wildcard, you could either dead end your team into 34. So you buy players you only want for 1 week. Like, I might buy Eze and then just wildcard straight after to get him back out. Or you could use it in 36 and then you're 1 week closer to 37 if you're bench boosting, which is my plan. So if I'm bench boosting 37, ideally I want to use it the week before because there's less chance for something to go wrong. Starboy McGee, thanks for the 9 months. He says buy Isak or Palmer. I'd buy Palmer between those two. Yeah, definitely Palmer. Ayush, thanks for the 19 months. He says Son and Sarabia or Gordon and Saka. No free hit and bench boost in 37. Son and Sarabia or Gordon and Saka. I'm not a massive fan of the Sarabia pick, so I would say Gordon and Saka. I don't think I feel comfortable going without Son this week though. It's difficult because Saka's got a really good fixture in 31, but you're probably not going to captain him then either. Are you on a wildcard, Aish? Difficult one. I think I'd rather have Son, but maybe not Sarabia. Maybe Garnacho, because he doubles in 37. I think that's how I'd do it. But if you're on a wildcard, I would have Son and Saka personally. John says, is there an FPL meets on the last day? Yeah, there'll be a Gameweek 38 meets. I'll definitely be there. Kano says Leno versus Dubravka. I'd rather start Leno. I mean, Newcastle just don't look like keeping a clean sheet right now, so I'd rather start Leno against Sheffield United. Gusto for Munoz for a -4. No, I don't think I'd sell Munoz. He's a good pick. He's got doubling 34. Peter says, take us through the new FPL challenge. Having trouble, please. It's similar to FPL, but you can pick 5 players per week. I did do a tweet with all the differences and similarities. Let me find it. Where was it? Pause the video, or pause the stream with this on screen, just to give you a summary of the similarities and differences. But to summarise, you can have 5 players per team. There's no deadline, so if you get the lineups, you can make transfers based on the lineups. You can enter your team anytime, so like you could wait till the 3 o'clock games today, and you can make changes throughout the game week. But if someone plays, or their match plays, then they're locked in or out of your team. And you can change captain as long as your captain hasn't played and there's no chips. The rest is similar, like 100 mil budget, 15-man squad, same scoring system and so on. So those are the similarities and differences. I would say just give it a go and you'll probably pick it up quite quick. It's pretty similar to the same game, just a few differences. Fizzer says, do you take Saka over Foden and Maddison on a wildcard? Free hit 34, bench boost 37. I probably would. And if you're on a wildcard, then perhaps you can set up to bench Saka this week. Like I did a wildcard video earlier in the week, and I had Garnacho as the bench mid, but I'd started him over Saka this week. I think it's okay to play Saka against City, to be honest. I'm trying to remember the midfield I had. I think I had Saka and Maddison. What was it? Palmer, Saka, Maddison, Son, Salah? I forget the midfield now. I think I would have Saka though, because they're home to Luton in Gameweek 31. I know that's the fixture Maddison's got this week, but I just think I'd rather have Saka over Maddison long term. And then you can buy Foden back in like 35 or 36. Saka or Odegaard? Saka. No, that's not the real FPL Harry. That's not the real FPL Harry. The real FPL Harry's got 100k subscribers, so you'll have the tick by his name. Thoughts on Palmer differential captain? Yeah, I don't hate Palmer captain at all. I think the top 3 would be Son, Salah, Palmer for me, in that order. Oh, just got a message from my mum. She's going for a walk and asking about taking Teddy. I'll say, be very quiet when you nip in, please. Saka or Garnacho? Garnacho. Right, let's have a look at the scout selection for Gameweek 30. Let us know how many players you've got from the scout team. They've got Leno in goal, Van Dijk, Porro, Gusto, Salah captain, Son vice, Luis Diaz, Richarlison, Palmer, Watkins and Munoz. How many have you got? So for me it's Van Dijk, Porro, Son, Palmer, Watkins. Just 5 for me this week. Can anyone do better for 5? Teddy doesn't go for walks. Walks go for Teddy. You know what? The funny thing is he actually barely goes for walks at all. Like he hates walking. He's the weirdest dog ever. Like he literally hates walks. What kind of dog doesn't like walks? I'll take him out and he'll like refuse to walk. He just wants to go back in and do nothing. Lazy boy. Callie's got 3, Evan's got 4, Kevin's got 5, S-Bam's got 7. A dog that's actually a cat. He honestly is. He's like a house dog. Yeah, she's got a key to my flat. 3, Jay's got 3, Vikram's got 6. Yeah, good team this week. Not sure if I'd risk the Richarlison pick myself. Luis Diaz is a good shout. I'd have Maddison over Richarlison if I was picking the team this week. But I think the rest picks itself. Probably Petrovic over Leno as well. But yeah, solid team that. Thanks for the super chat, Mr. Ref. He says, I've got defense of Doughty, Porro and Ake. I've benched Gabriel and Estupinian. I've already brought Salah, and I've got Morris on the bench. Would a -4 to bring in Gusto or Van Dijk for Estupinian work? Or Muniz for Morris and bench Saka? Yeah, I like the Van Dijk move. That's what I would do. I think you're right with that one. Obviously, I don't know if you're going to free hit in 34, but I think I'd get Van Dijk. He's got 2 really nice fixtures next, then Man United away, then another nice fixture, Palace home. So 3 home games in his next 4, and then double game week 34. I'd get Van Dijk, definitely, if you got the money. Bradley's great, but the problem with Bradley is Trent's a couple of weeks till returning, so... Yeah, cheers, Harry. I'll message you about it in a minute. I'll message you about it on WhatsApp. Just read the message I'm going to send you here. Read that. Oh, that's funny. Eze or Madison? Madison. Is it a must to have an Arsenal midfielder? I mean, this week, not a must, but from game week 31 home to Luton, I'd say it's... Yeah, it's almost a must. Because I think they're going to batter Luton that week. I really do. They've got so many players out, Luton, that I think you have to have at least one if you can. Falcons' best RLCS team. Not sure about that. It's probably Carmine Corp. What's up with Vitality? Is it Vitality? Yeah, they fall off. It's crazy. They barely made Worlds, didn't they, yesterday? Kenu says, order Bradley. Did you type someone wrong there? Bradley, Gusto, Gabriel and Ake. Who's the second one? So to order that, it'd be Bradley, then it'd be Bradley again, then Gusto, and then I'd go Ake and then Gabriel. But I'm guessing you meant someone else for the second one, Kano. Boxer meet canvas, that's the tune. Yeah, Zen's unreal. Absolutely unreal. Zabanye. Okay, yeah, so Zabanye. So Bradley, Gusto, Zabanye. Ake, Gabriel. That'd be the order I go. Alright, let's have a check who the most transferred players are. Up-to-date numbers are... Salah. 917,000 have transferred Salah in. Anyone else not got Salah? Let's stick a poll up on Salah. What's his effective ownership going to be? Like 100%? So we'll go, are you buying Salah? Yes, got him already. And no. Get your votes in. God, jeez. Almost. That's going to be 1 million by the deadline, isn't it? Palmer, 515,000 transfers. Muniz, 434,000. Son, Gusto, Robinson, Bradley, Darwin, Van Dijk, Porro. What about the most transferred out then? De Bruyne, 438,000. And then Bowen, Saka, Morris, Doughty, Tony, Watkins. Watkins, I mean, that's got to be wildcard, isn't it? I can't imagine anyone is selling Watkins unless they're on a wildcard. 210,000 selling him before Wolves home. It makes sense on a wildcard. I wouldn't have Watkins on a wildcard either this week. But otherwise, you don't sell him before Wolves at home, surely. I mean, if anyone's on a wildcard, do you have Watkins? I don't think I would. Trippier, that could be punished. Walker, Solanke, Gabriel, Cash. FPL Mikel says, roll the free transfer or take it here. He's wildcard in Gameweek 35. He's got Zabanye, Maguire, Gusto, Gabriel, Reguilon, Foden, Gordon, Richarlison, Son, Saka, Solanke, Watkins and Haaland. He's got 1.6 mil. So Gusto's fine, Zabanye's fine. I think you're okay to roll, Mikel. Because you want to leave the door open for getting Salah in Game Week 31. And you're going to need 2 free transfers to do that. So I would actually roll. And then you've got a few ways to go next week. I don't know if you can afford Watkins to Darwin and Son to Salah. It might be Watkins to Cunha, for example. Yeah, I'd roll. I think you're okay to roll. Obviously, the defence isn't ideal this week, but a lot of people have got Arsenal defenders this week. Is anyone playing an Arsenal defender against City? Can you show the clean sheet odds? Yeah, clean sheet odds are there. No worry, Mikhail. Thanks for the super chat. Any team news yet? We've not had any leaks or anything today. There's all the news roundup stuff from yesterday that I can do. I can run it through again if everyone wants, or a bit closer to the deadline. All the key stuff from yesterday's pressers. We've got 1 hour till the deadline. Keep your questions coming. If you've enjoyed this stream so far, drop it a like. Make sure you subscribe. We've got Holly in the chat. Morning, Holly. Did you decide what you're doing with your team, Holly? Buying Salah and who you're selling? I saw you were thinking about selling Son. I definitely wouldn't do that. If you want to get him that desperately, I'd sell Saka. Kano says order Gordon, Salah, Palmer, Saka, and Odegaard. So it'd be Salah, Palmer, Gordon, Saka, Odegaard. Salah, Palmer, Gordon, Saka, Odegaard. That'd be the order. Saka or Foden? Yeah, we were talking about this one earlier. It feels like a 50-50. I said Saka just because he's got pens and slightly better form. I mean, look at that. Look at the returns. Before last week, he'd returned in, what, 6 games in a row? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 goals and 2 assists in 6 games. Foden's been doing really well as well, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'd say Saka edges it for me. Plus he's got pens. But yeah, Foden's got the home game, so it could go either way, that one. So, are you buying Salah? 38% are. 22% have got him ready. 41% no. So 60% are going to have Salah by the deadline in terms of this stream. What's Salah's actual ownership? Anyone got it to hand? Can we do a captain poll? Yeah, let's do a captain poll. So it's got to be Son, Salah, Palmer, and other, I guess. I mean, Haaland's fine as well. There's lots of other good options. I'll put other and then message and chat. So if you vote other, let us know in chat who your other is. 30%. How have we got 3 different percentages? 30%, 37.5, 27.5, 29.7. 30%, yeah? Yeah, I mean, that's low. I mean, if I was chasing, I'd be captaining Salah. 100%. Other, Toffolo. Jesus, Toffolo. That could actually have been the highlight of the season if he'd kept that clean sheet. Last week was so painful, like conceding in the, what was it, the 91st minute or something. And what's mad is I got my worst score ever last week, and it was a green arrow. I got 19 points. 19 points last week, and it was a green arrow. Dreadful. But at least I benched Reguilon for Toffolo. Toffolo's a hero in my eyes for that. I mean, that's heroics. To put up a 1-pointer when the alternate got -3. That's like a clean sheet versus a 2-pointer for me. You got 22. I mean, 22 was massive last week. Fair play of 22. 16 on the free hit. I've got to take this opportunity to plug FPL.page, my site, because there's a widget called Twat, which stands for the worst active team. Where is it? There. This was the disaster of the week. 3 points. But look how small the red arrow was. They got 3 points, and they went from 6k to 12k. They only doubled their rank with 3 points, and they're still just outside top 10k. I mean, what the hell? 3 points. They didn't even make a transfer. Like, I think they saved their free hit, which actually was a good shout. Yeah, they saved their free hit. They got 3 points. And it was a small red arrow. I mean, what a ridiculous week it was. I mean, I'm sure some people out there got negative net scores. Like, if they took a -8, you know, and brought in someone like Reguilon. Anyway, yeah, crazy game week. But fpl.page if you want to check my site out. It's completely free. Oh yeah, we just added, you can just about see it there, a live rank widget. Look how fast it is as well. You enter the ID, hit go, and you see it straight away. So just go there, enter your ID. That was in partnership with FPL Gameweek, which is a really good website, so check them out. fpl.page, completely free forever. Bookmark it. Will Van der Ven play? Yeah, Postecoglou said he's fine, so Van der Ven will play. Can you take a look at my team, Breezy Undisputed? I'm not doing the rate my teams in terms of looking up IDs and teams anymore. It just takes too long, and I end up spending the whole stream just looking up IDs. So apologies, I can't do that with that, Zuli. You can put your team in the chat. I'll do it that way. It's just the IDs and looking up team names that gets a bit messy. It takes too long. Sorry for that, Zuli. Jurgen says, in defence, he's got Neto, Zabani, Ake, Gabriel, and fuck all on the bench. I've got 0.6 mil in the bank and 1 free transfer. Do I roll this week and risk a non-start? Or who to swap? Love the content. I'd imagine they all start, to be honest with you. And it depends, Jurgen, if you have Salah or not. If you have a route to getting Salah next week. I do think, even though a lot of people have got really ropey defences, if you can roll and set yourself up to buy Salah next week, it's worth it. So I don't think it's the end of the world. I think they start. I think Ake and Gabriel start. But if you've already got like Salah, Son and Haaland, then I would sell one of your bench defenders for Gusto or a Spurs defender. I think you're okay to roll there. I think they all start. I've just seen my mates that I play FC24 with pro clubs. They've found my stream, they've found my channel, and they've sent a screenshot in the group chat. What are they saying? I'm going to have a word with them afterwards. Oh dear. Kano says, bench order, Gabriel, Ake, Erdegaard, and your attack. Bench order, Gabriel, Ake. I would say Ake, then Gabriel. I'd have Erdegaard first on the bench. So you've got my attack and Erdegaard. Yeah, Erdegaard first on bench, then Ake, then Gabriel. Luke says, what are your thoughts? What are your transfer plans this week, my guy? I was looking to bring in Salah and get rid of Saka and Bowen. I'm rolling this week, Luke, and then I'm going to get Salah in 31. It'd probably be Watkins to Darwin and Son to Salah. Or I can do Watkins to Muniz or Cunha, one of those two. Gordon to Salah, and then I have to go Porro down to like a 3.8 mil defender. I'm not sure which way I'll go yet, but that's my loose plan at the moment. But if you can get rid of Bowen, I would say that's worth it. I'd rather sell Bowen than Saka for sure, because Saka's got Luton home in 31. Peony says, how does your FPL Challenge team look like, mate? This is my FPL Challenge team. Petrovic, Porro, Gusto, Udogie, Jota, Maddison, Son, Salah, Palmer, Watkins, Solanke. People have worked out that you can take advantage of auto subs. So like, if Son blanks, then I'll transfer Jota out and they'll become my captain instead. Or if Son hauls, I'll leave it because then I get Isak off the bench. So you can basically have like 2 swings at captaincy. I think there's even better ways to do it. You could have like you could have 3 or 4 injured players in your starting 11 and kind of sweat your whole bench to come on, but I can't bother to work it out. Anyway, that's my team. League code, if anyone wants to join, is that ZYOND9. That's my league code for FPL Challenge. So make sure you get in the league. The game mode's so hardcore, I'll pass on it. It's a weird one because it seems like they intended it for casual players, but actually it's quite hands-on because you can make transfers throughout the whole game week. So that requires way more involvement for me. But I'm going to definitely give it a go. I'd be daft not to. I don't think I'll do dedicated videos on it, but I'm going to play it for sure. I'll give it a chance. Who's winning the Focal League? Good question. I actually haven't looked at the league for a while. It's Kayuran. He's 21st in the world. It's very close though. Reece Thomas is 23rd in the world. Martin's 75th. Let's try Dylan. 83rd in the world. Adrian 88th. League code in the description if you want to join the main league. Your points start from Gameweek 1. Rory reckons it's way too much effort. Yeah, it's like I say, it's an odd one. It's actually quite a bit of effort to maintain, but it seems to be geared towards casual players more. Johnny's 920 from the Focal League. Not bad. Top 1k in the league. Oh yeah, we need to get the predictions in. Newcastle versus West Ham. What do we think it's going to be? Do we think both teams score? Newcastle, West Ham. Maybe 2-1. What do you think the score's going to be there? Aya says he did Foden and Doughty, Salah and Richards from -4. I'm thinking of benching Gabriel. I'm confused who to play between Zabarnyi and Richards. Or should I start Gabriel and bench both of them? Let me check the clean sheet odds. I'm thinking Richards. Palace 27%, Bournemouth 29%. So Bournemouth got 2% better clean sheet chances. So yeah, just play Zabarnyi. I'd definitely bench Gabriel. Sully Breezy, thanks for the super chat. All right, 2-1. Bournemouth v Everton. What do we think? Bournemouth v Everton. Bournemouth win. 3-2 instant classic. 1-0. 2-1 Bournemouth. Yeah, okay. So if you're doing the scores, put the team name in case I get the wrong one. In case I'm looking at the last one. 1-0. I hope it's not 1-0 because I've got double Bournemouth defence. Chelsea Burnley. Dead game. You reckon dead game for that one? Shrish says, should I sell Maddison and buy Salah? If you can do it for free, yeah, it's fine. Otherwise, I'd do it next week. I wouldn't buy Salah for Maddison for -4, basically. I'll do that next week. If you can do it for free, then do it. 3-0 Chelsea. Okay. Forest v Palace. Dead game? Or a good game, this one? We'll stick with 3-0 Chelsea, because a lot of people said that. Forest v Palace. I'm gonna promote this more next season, I think, because we've got a mini league and there's like 200 playing in it, but I've only mentioned it on Discord. So next year it'd be good to have like as many involved as possible in the mini league and start from the beginning of the season. 0-0. You reckon? 0-0. We'll go with Cobb shout. 0-0. Tasman said 0-0. Sheffield United Fulham. How many do Sheffield United concede? I'm going to say Sheffield United don't score, but how many did Fulham score? Palace win that all day? I'm not so sure. Forest defence has been good recently. The underlying numbers are very solid for Forest. You reckon Sheffield United score? I'm going to go goalless. 3-0 Fulham, 2-0. 4-0 Fulham. I think the most popular suggestion is 3-0. Spurs v Luton. Oh, what nice big scoring predictions there. Predictions in Spurs v Luton. I'm going to say Luton are goalless. So how many do Spurs score? 3-2. You reckon? Alex reckons Luton score twice. Oh, I see your profile picture. There's a Luton shirt there. Anyone with unbiased views on this scoreline? I mean, to be fair, you still predicted a loss. 2-1 to Luton. 3-2 Spurs Classic. I don't think Luton score. 3-0, 3-1. All right, I'll go 3-1 then. If you think if you think Luton score. Villa v Wolves. We've got 2 more to do. No, we don't. More than that. Villa v Wolves. Villa v Wolves. Luton always score. Do both teams score here? Cash is out, so I guess Conte's a right back. Son did nothing to Luton earlier in the season. He should have done. He had chances that game. They started so well and then just petered out. 2-1 to Villa. Alright. Brentford v Man United. Guesses in the chat. What do we think? Brentford v United. United take this one, or the Brentford show up at home? Yeah, put the team name as well, and then I know which one you're predicting. 3-2 to United. 2-2. 2-1 United. 1-1. There's a few people saying 1-1. We'll go 1-1. I think more people are saying 3-1 to United though. Slabhead getting slapped 3-1 to Brentford. Alright, Liverpool v Brighton. Oh, you're getting slow moded. Yeah, how do I turn that? I don't know if I can turn that off here easily. Edit. There you go. I've put it down to 20 seconds. That should help, I think. 3-0. 3-1. 4-0. 5-0. 1-0 Brighton. I reckon Brighton might score as well. But I think Liverpool win. 3-1. Yeah, I agree with that. Last one. City versus Arsenal. The big one. What do we think? Possible title decider this one. City versus Arsenal at the Etihad. Last one. What do we think the scoreline is going to be? 2-1 City. Yeah, I'll look at Super Chat straight after this. 2-0. 2-0. 1-0. 2-1 City. I think we'll go 2-0. I'll be happy with that. I'm doing okay. I've missed 2 game weeks, but I'm still 35th in the league. But we'll make it a proper thing next season. Incorporate into streams more, because it's good fun. We can get everyone to, or everyone that wants to play can join the league. So I'll mention that again next season properly in terms of the details to join. But for now, we'll just play together and do the predictions. Right. So, FPL1 says, "Hey Oscar, I'm doing Salah in for KDB. Watkins out for Cunha, Mateta or Muniz. How would you rank them 3? Is it okay to go without Son?" I think KDB to Salah's fine. Obviously, no Son is risky, but I'm assuming you can only have one or the other. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm in the same boat. I might have to sell Son for Salah next week. So, I'll be the same as you next week, basically. This week, you've got Salah. You don't have Son. Next week, I'll have Salah. Won't have Son, potentially. In terms of Cunha, Mateta, and Muniz, it depends if you have to start them this week. Because Muniz is the best to start this week. It also depends on what you're doing in Gameweek 34. If you're not free hit in Gameweek 34, and you don't need to start them this week, then I'd say Cunha, if that makes sense. Because Cunha's got really nice games before and after the double, and plus he's got the home double, albeit one's Arsenal. So yeah, it depends on that, FPL1. Thanks for the super chat. Sudi Breezy says, Anana, Gabriel, Porro, Saliba, Madison, Gordon, Foden, Saka, Tony, Semenyo, Haaland, the subs are Stupinian, Walker, Wang. Sell Tony and Foden for Salah and Muniz. Yeah, I like that. I like those moves. It's one of those, like Tony and Foden could smash it and they could punish that, but I think that's a good pair of moves. I can't think of anything else. I mean, you don't have Son, obviously, but like many people, you can only have one or the other. And I'd much rather have Salah over Foden. Tony versus Muniz is probably quite close this week. I mean, Brentford do have good fixtures, but no doubles for the rest of the season. Yeah, I would say do it, Sully. I like those moves. Defence is obviously a bit light, but it is what it is. I think a lot of people are in the same boat this week, starting Arsenal defenders. Shaft says, good day from Sydney. Start Saka or Morris? I'd start Saka. And thanks for tuning in from Sydney. Where's everyone tuned in from today? Whereabouts in the world are you? Tag me in a photo of your stream setup and I'll retweet it on Twitter. Take a photo of wherever you're watching from, like if it's on your TV or if you're out and about watching it in your car. Or on your laptop, watch your laptop setup. Tag me in a photo on Twitter and I'll retweet it after the stream. Ireland, Denmark. Vikram says, good day from Sydney as well. Sheffield, California, Leeds, Abu Dhabi, Yorkshire, Algeria, Tokyo, Surprise, surprise. Del Boy Tokyo is tuned in from Tokyo. Texas. Vanuatu. Norway. Pakistan. Scotland. Kolkata. Kolkata? Whereabouts is that? I haven't heard of that. The capital of India's West Bengal state. Oh, okay. Today I learned. Mars. Mars? As if there's good Wi-Fi up there. H-Monkey, hi Focal, how are you today? I'm very good. Yeah, I'm feeling good today, actually. I slept really well last night, feeling refreshed. Sometimes I wake up a bit knackered for these morning streams, but I'm feeling good today. It's just good to have FPL back as well. Like I was saying earlier, there's no more international breaks for the rest of the season. We've got a great day of football ahead of us. Newcastle, West Ham, and then we've got, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3 o'clock games. I mean, that's going to be chaos. 5 3 o'clock games. My scores app's not going to stop going off for that. I'd like to think anyway. I'll say that now. It's going to be one of those where there's like one goal in the first half. We've got Villa v Wolves and then Brentford v United. So besides that last game, I've got players in all the games, all the kickoff times. And then we've got a Tuesday deadline. So we've got non-stop FPL right now. Tuesday there's 5 games, so that's going to be an awesome night of football. Wednesday there's more, Thursday, and then again we're back on Saturday the following weekend. And as I said, no more international breaks, so non-stop FPL, which I think most people like. So captain poll, 50% captain in Son, 35% Salah, 12% Palmer, 3% other. Any changes so far? No, I'm rolling my transfer this week. No changes to the team. Well, the only change I made from the deadline stream actually was I started Neto over Dubravka. I want to poll that though actually. I'm interested to know if you guys agree with that. Start Neto or Dubravka. So if I start Neto, it's double Bournemouth defence. If I start Dubravka, it's Newcastle. I mean, neither are keeping clean sheets, to be fair. I mean, Neto's got like 1 clean sheet in his last 10, and that was Burnley. Dubravka's got about 1 in his last 10 as well, and that was Wolves. He gave me 27. Yeah, do I start Neto or Dubravka? Tuesday's your birthday. Very nice. Tintin says, why don't you have a guest in your live? I'd like to, but I don't know who to have on. If anyone's got ideas who to have as a guest, I'd be more than open to it. I messaged Praz earlier in the season and I said, would you be interested? But he's got commitments on Saturday mornings with his kids or something like that. Or he was making an excuse not to. But like, it's perfectly fine if people don't want to as well. But obviously, like the other YouTubers also stream the deadline. So I couldn't have, you know, like Harry or Ross, for example. Zoffar, yeah, good shout. I like Zoff. Yeah, Price would be great, but he's always busy Saturday mornings. Yelena, yeah, that'd be good. Stormzy, KSI. You know what? KSI follows me, so maybe I should give him a try. Gianni. Doesn't Gianni stream the deadlines? Or does he do early deadline streams? How did we do last game week in the predictions? Good question. Let me check. We got a green arrow last week, so I think we did well. Let me see if I can work it out to check that. Match results, is it? No. Rounds. I actually don't know how to check how we did last week. We did well though. We got a green arrow in the league. We're up to 35th. I'll work out how to check that. We'll do it next time. What are your score predictions? We did them just now, like 20 minutes ago. So rewind if you want to check all the predictions. Ask Mark, he's always great. Yeah, true. I'm not sure if it'd be his sort of thing, but I could give him a go. Flapjack's a good shout. Yeah, I'll have to ask some people after the stream. Maybe for the Tuesday deadline stream. Flapjack's having a great season. I remember like 10 game weeks ago, I'm sure he was like 300k, and now he's about top 10k. I'm just not sure if a deadline stream is late riser or Mark's style, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Andy Martin, mate, that would be a good one. A bit controversial one. Right. Let me catch up on super chats. Mo Omar says, "Hey Oscar, Gusto from -4 to bench Gabriel. He's on free hit 34, bench boost 37. I'm debating wildcard 31 or 35. Team is decent at the moment. The wildcard 35 means no Darwin 30 to 33 and keeping Tony to 33. I mean, if your team's decent, I wouldn't force it. I mean, I probably wouldn't take the hit for Gusto. I'd probably just leave it. I think I'd just leave it. Roll the transfer. I don't know what your team is, but like a lot of people don't have Salah and they're looking at a way to get him back. I'm not sure if you fall into that boat. But if your team's decent, I would save the wild card and use it in 35 or 37. And you know, in the next few weeks, we'll have double game week 35 or 36 announced. And I think the best play, if your team's decent now, is to wildcard straight into that week. I mean, you're in a great position because you can free hit 34, and then you can wildcard in 35 directly into the double or the week before. So you've got double game week players straight away. Plus, you've got, you know, potentially a full squad of 15, a double and 37 to bench boost. Beanbag says he's got the free hit and wildcard. I think keep the wildcard till 35. Is that safe? Team's okay? Yeah, 100%. Same as Mo Omar. Like, if your team's in good shape, free hit 34, wildcard 35 or 36, maybe 35. I don't know if you've got your bench boost, but if not, you can focus on your starting 11 entirely on the wildcard in 35. So that's what I would do. Saka or Garnacho? I would start Garnacho between those two. Just about. I'd say Garnacho. Ben Watson says, Salah and Son in for a -4. If you can get Salah and Son in for a -4, fair play. Yeah, I would do it. Have you seen June? I've seen the first one. I've not seen the second one yet. Alright, let me take a screenshot of my team and post it before I forget. Game week 30. Oh, why is it bold? Game week 30. Actually, that looked quite good, didn't it? Rolled. What did everyone do this game? There we go. Game week 30. Rolled the transfer. Done. People are asking about my challenge team. That's my FPL challenge team for this week. I'm going to write an article for official FPL over the weekend, so keep an eye out for that. I think they're going to post it on Monday, and mine will be about the Game Week 31 challenge, which is strikers score double. And if anyone wants to join my FPL Challenge League, that's the code. Timeline on Trent's return. I think they're eyeing up the United game for Trent. So Game Week 32, I think that is. Why is Son the preferred captain versus Palmer? Luton haven't kept a clean sheet away all season. They've got so many injuries. So a lot points towards Son. But don't get me wrong, like Palmer's a very good shout as well. I think you can go with your gut. Salah, Son and Palmer are all very good captains this week, and they're all very close. But for me, Son edges it. And then, if I had Salah, he'd be my vice, and then Palmer. And Shork says, hey Focal, much love from Namibia. Shout out to all my Namibian viewers. Clean sheet odds for those asking are here. This is an alternative view, and this helps answer the question on some. So, in terms of projected goals by fixture, Spurs v Luton 3.15. So that's the most projected goals this week. And then Liverpool versus Brighton 2.65. Then Chelsea Burnley 2.55. So that fixture's got the most projected goals by the bookies. So that's another way of looking at it as well. They're expecting more goals in that game. Start Dubravka or Kelleher? I'd start Kelleher. Edison or Anana? Anana. You know what? I think I'm going to have Edison again later in the season. He served me well earlier, and I think I'll go back there on my wildcard for the bench boost 37. Would you keep Watkins on a Gameweek 30 wildcard? No, we were talking about it earlier, Yams, and I actually wouldn't. As mad as it sounds, on a Gameweek 30 wildcard, I wouldn't. It's obviously not the ideal time to sell him because he's got Wolves home, but I'd rather have Darwin Solanke because they've got Dublin 34 and Haaland. But there's loads of other good options like Isak, Cunha, or you could have Muniz for your bench to help fund Salah and Son and Haaland. Any team news? Do you guys want me to do another news roundup? One final team news roundup from all the presses yesterday. What are your transfer plans? I'm rolling. Flash that code again. Final chance, if anyone wants to join my FPL Challenge League, that's the code. ZYOND9. That's my FPL Challenge League code. Alright, we'll do a final news roundup, so anything you might have missed from all the presses and other news this week. Starting with City. Guardiola's ruled out Walker and Stones for the game against Arsenal. Edison's much better, and KDB's trained well. Akanji and Grealish have been training this week as well. Eddie Howe said it's a possibility that Trippier, Barnes and Livramento return in Gameweek 30. Marley picked up an injury. Botman's out for the season. So a lot of people are looking at Lascelles again for 3.9 mil. Chilwell's got a dead leg. He's going to be assessed. Cole Palmer's okay and training well. Sanchez has been added to the club's injury list. Gusto's fine as well. So Petrovic looks an awesome pick for the season for 4.5 mil. Matty Cash is sidelined 2 to 3 weeks after picking up an injury in Poland duty. McGinn is still suspended. Arsenal news. On Saka, Martinelli and Gabriel, Arteta said there is a chance they haven't trained. And there's another team session tomorrow, so today, ahead of tomorrow's game. I think they all make it. I think Saka and Gabriel definitely do. Maybe Martinelli as well. Robertson will not train and he's going to be assessed after getting injured over the break. Alisson, Trent and Jota not too far away, but not in yet, and they could return to parts of training from next week. Darwin Núñez is in full training and he's fine. Wolves news. Cunha should be in contention this weekend, back from injury. Neto and Hwang won't be ready for Gameweek 30. Hwang could be back in less than 3 weeks, so potentially just in time for double Gameweek 34. And then lastly, Spurs. Postecoglou said Bentancur, Van de Ven and Richarlison are all fine, all available for selection. Richarlison's okay, he had a bit of a knee niggle, and we're managing him. He feels good even after training. So there we go, that's the news roundup. Start Neto Dubravka, 63% Neto, 37% Dubravka. There we go. Follow-up poll. How many chips do you have left? And that includes if you've used one this week. So don't count it if you've used one this week. 0, 1, 2, or 3? I think that's right. Did I write lift? Damn it. How many chips do you have left? How many chips do you have left? I'm not sure if there's been any Newcastle leaks. Let me just check. We don't really get much reliable news for Newcastle. I mean, there are some accounts that have been caught making it up, so I want to be hesitant who I share here. But no, there's nothing at the moment. Edison or Petrovic? Petrovic. Garnacho or Saka? Garnacho. Son or Salah? That's a really hard one. If I could only pick one, it'd be Salah. When are you planning to wildcard? Probably Gameweek 35, if not 36. Jay's got his wildcard and bench boost. Thanks for still being here, Jay, by the way. Jay was the first one in chat today, and he's still here with half an hour, or just less than that, till deadline. Saka or Douglas Luiz? Saka. Oblivious says, good morning from Switzerland. I'm dead-ending into Gameweek 34 and wildcarding into 35, so pick 2 this week out of Saka, Foden and Douglas Luiz. Loving the streams. He went Saliba to Van Dijk. Very nice. I like that. So Saka, Foden, Douglas Luiz. I'd be inclined to just start Saka and Foden, to be honest with you. It's difficult though, because Douglas Luiz is home to Wolves. You know what? So this season, I know that Douglas Luiz has got more points than anyone in home fixtures. So I think at this point, that's just too much to overlook. So I would start Luiz. So then it's Saka or Foden. And this goes back to the debate we had earlier. I said Saka, and some of the chat said Saka, but some said Foden. Foden's got the home fixture. Saka's in a slightly better form. He is flagged, but I think he'll be fine. And he's on pens. So if it was me, I'd start Luiz and Saka. Difficult one that, but that's what I would do. Mr. F says, am I insane to think Doughty has an assist today? I mean, it could happen. Like, he definitely concedes, but he could get an assist. Could happen. I mean, he's got like, hasn't he got like 7 or 8 assists this season? I wouldn't be surprised. But it's going to be a hard game for Luton. I think they won't even score myself, but we'll see. Wishful thinking because I've got Porro, but yeah, I'd be surprised if Luton get much out of this. I think Spurs are going to be far too much for them to handle. Emery says, Ake or Gabriel, Foden or Saka, pick one please. So I'd pick Saka, again answering the same as Oblivious's question. Very close though, but Saka for me. Ake or Gabriel? I mean, Ake's got the home fixture, so I'd say Ake, and obviously Gabriel's flagged. So I'd say Ake and I'd say Saka. Michael Radley says, best enabler for Salah next week, Cunha, Mateta, Semenyo and Munoz. No chips left. 100% Cunha for me, Michael. Because he's got the double in 34. Wolves have got really nice games either side. I mean, look at this. You start him from 31. I reckon he's going to be involved this game week. And then he'll be back in 31 starting. Burnley, West Ham, Forest. Then double game week 34. Then Luton, and then you can just get rid of him here for someone else that doubles in 37. So yeah, Cunha, thanks for the super chat. Pickford or Neto? Who have Everton got this week? They're away to Bournemouth. I'd say Neto. Let me just check the clean sheet odds on that. Bournemouth 29% chance, Everton 21. So yeah, I'd go Neto there. Romanji says, on a wild card, Garnacho, Darwin, or Richarlison and Cunha. I'd rather Garnacho, Darwin there. Not sure if Richarlison starts. That's the only concern. So I would say the first one. Yeah, Garnacho, Darwin. How many chips you have left? 8% have got none. 27% have got 1. 53% have got 2. And 11% have got 3. Been a good stream today. Hope you've all enjoyed it so far. Keep the questions coming. And if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to like it and subscribe. Ariola or Dubravka. Mike, thanks for the €2 super chat. Mateta, better game week 34 though. Yeah, but it's not all about the doubles to be fair. It's also about what happens outside of those. And Mateta for me is a massive downgrade on Cunha. I'd be happy starting Cunha from game week 31 all the way up to game week 35 every week. I couldn't say the same about Mateta, especially in game week 32 and 33. I think they've got like Liverpool and City, don't they? So it's not all about the doubles for me. You got to also look at what happens outside of it. Grant says emotional day. It is an emotional day. FPL's back. Can't believe it. No more international breaks. I mean, that's enough to make a grown man cry. No more international breaks for the rest of the season. Jay says, happy Easter, Oscar. Have a good one. Keep the streams coming. They get my day sorted. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. You have a good Easter, everyone. When are you planning to wildcard? Game week 35 or 36 is my plan. Unless things go seriously wrong in the next few weeks. But that's my plan. Start Edison or Ariola? Ariola. Luke Smith, thanks for the super chat. Salah, Darwin, Iwobi in for Bowen, Watkins and Hee-Chan. Or is Rice the better option than Iwobi? Salah and Darwin is good. I don't like Iwobi. I'd rather get Garnacho. Or even Eze if you can afford him. Salah of Darwin's fine, I like that, but not Iwobi, not for me. I mean, I can only apologise in advance if he hauls against Sheffield United. It is possible, but he's not someone I'd ever want to be starting, besides when he's got Sheffield United. Rice is fine as well. I like the Rice pick. But yeah, I'd rather Rice or Garnacho than Iwobi. H. Mikey says, who should I start, Doughty or Gabriel? I'd play Gabriel. I feel he's likely to keep a clean sheet. I wouldn't be surprised if Doughty gets 1 or 0 points this week, to be honest. So I'd start Gabriel between those two. Start Zabanye or Powell? Ooh, I'd start Powell between those two. Saka or Garnacho? Garnacho. Bradley or Soufal? Bradley. Gordon or Foden? Gordon. Isak or Darwin? That's a difficult one. Very difficult. If that's who to transfer in, I'd say Darwin just edges it for me. They've both got very nice fixtures, but I'd say Darwin edges it for me there. No, I'm not saying he gets a clean sheet against City. I'm just saying he'd be slightly likelier. Slightly like. I mean, look at the clean sheet odds. It probably says the same thing as that. Yeah, Luton 6.5% chance of a clean sheet. Arsenal 19%. So don't get me wrong, both are very unlikely. But Arsenal are what 12.5% likelier according to the bookies. But yeah, both concede. Let's be honest. But I could see Arsenal conceding, 1 or 2, whereas Spurs could put 4 past Luton, and it wouldn't surprise me. Stop saying Darwin edges it. Sorry. I need to work on my vocab. This is why I've started playing Wordle again. Yesterday was a massive day for me. I got Wordle in 2 moves. I couldn't believe that. I started with Flair, and then the answer was Realm. Realm. Saka or Gordon? Gordon. Edison or Areola? Areola. Realm in 2 moves. Honestly, I got it in 2 moves. I've only got it in twice a few times before. But I started with Flair, and that had like 3 letters right, a couple in the wrong place, and then Realm. I surprised myself with that one. Oh, you told me the answer today, Billy. Don't do that to me. I haven't played today's one yet. I need to try and forget what you just said. I need to lock out what you just said. Need a distraction. What do we look at? FPL Challenge team. That's my team for FPL Challenge. Yeah, we did a poll earlier. Who's playing it, who's not. And it was like 53% are. 47% aren't. So yeah, it seems pretty divided. But I'm definitely willing to give it a go. We'll see how it is. We'll see how fun it is. I like that you can make changes throughout the game week. But that might end up being a frustration, to be honest. That might be too much maintenance. But it's something to keep you going, isn't it, throughout? You probably should have seen that coming, I can't lie. I should have seen that coming, yeah. I should have seen that coming. Look at Teddy instead. Someone say Realm. Realm. Gordon or Palmer? Palmer. Hayes Morse, currently 424th in the world, and he's taken a -4 to bring Salah in for Saka. You're smashing it. What rank is everyone? How's everyone doing rank-wise? So I'm 79k at the moment, which I'm pretty happy with. I've still got 2 chips left. I've got my wildcard and bench boost. I don't know how higher I could go from here. If I can go on a massive run of green arrows, then who knows? 70k. FPL Journey to 10k. How we doing, mate? He's 89k, just behind me then, a few points behind me. Monkey Man is in the Challenge League. Welcome to the league. 20k, 49k, 22k, 14k. Some good ranks here. Fair play. That's what happens when you watch fplfocal videos. Guaranteed green arrows. With an asterisk. Green arrows not guaranteed. 380k, 160k, 19k. 54th in the world. Jeez. 9k. 1.7 mil. 10k. 3k first time. 3k in your first season. That is mad. I had no idea what I was doing in my first ever season. No team leaks. I'm not sure if we'll get any, to be honest, because the first game's Newcastle, West Ham. But I'll keep an eye out. Thanks, mate, for all the work this season. Won't be playing FPL otherwise. No worries, thanks for watching. It's completely thanks to you guys that I'm able to make videos every day, full time. So, to be honest, I'm the grateful one. If it wasn't for you guys watching, I wouldn't be able to do all these videos and streams every week. Next week's going to be good fun because we've got a Tuesday deadline, so I've got a lot of videos to do in a tight turnaround. Jago says, still in the Focal Cup after beating you in Gameweek 23. Oh, thanks for the reminder, Jago. He knocked me out of the cup. Rigged. Yeah, fair play. Hopefully you go all the way. I mean, you're doing well to still be in it. I feel like that was a while ago. That was a good month or so ago, wasn't it? The Darwin theory or Big Dom on the wildcard. I'd have both on a wildcard, I think. If I had to pick one, I think I'd rather have Darwin just about. Do you edit your videos? Yeah, I do everything myself. I'm a one-man band. I edit every video myself. And I'm doing like shorts as well now. Everything's me. It's all me. Everything you see is just me editing and doing it all myself. I don't get any help with any of my content. What move did you make, mate? I'm rolling this week, actually. Rolling the transfer. And next week I'll be looking to buy Salah. And that's a headache I'll save for Tuesday, I guess. Because I've got a Tuesday deadline. Matty, I swear you've asked me Edison or Areola about 5 times. I'd start Areola. Would you do AI voices for the experts video? How would that work? You mean instead of my voiceover? Or you mean when I'm reading off like what other managers are saying? I don't think I'll ever do AI voiceovers. Unless it gets to the point where it's indistinguishable. But no, I don't think I would. Just like a bit lazy, isn't it? And I think as a viewer, you guys surely appreciate that it's a real person doing a voiceover. The extra work that involves. I think that's appreciated, isn't it? It won't sound different. To be fair, I get told that I sound like AI a lot. I think I sound different in streams, but the problem is every video I do, I write up what I'm going to say. And that allows me to make really concise videos, packed with info. So every video is technically an article. I write up like 1,500 to 2,000 words every video. So the upside is that lets me make really concise videos with as much info in as little time as possible. The downside is I'm reading off a script, so sometimes it can sound a bit robotic. Welcome back for another video. Salah or Son captain? I think Son's the best option, but it's close. So like if you're chasing Salah, if you're not chasing Son. I'm here because of your tips and voice. No AI voiceover, mate. Yeah, I won't use AI. Don't worry about it. I won't do that. Oh, AI voices for the manager comments. I don't know. I feel like that might hurt the flow, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that would be an interesting idea. I'm not sure how that would. I'll have to think about that one. How that would look from a viewer perspective if it changes to someone else's voice. It could be funny if we got one with like completely random accent. 3.2k, 2 chips to go. Fair play. Start Bailey or Saka. I suppose you have to start Bailey. Home to Wolves, right? Oscar has AI built in, yeah. I've got the neural net connected. I just boot it up before each video and then I just let it talk for me. And I'll switch it off once the video's done. I just AFK the whole videos and then I come back and I'm like, oh, the video's done. Thanks, Neuralink. Keegan says Palmer or Gordon? Palmer. What's the team news? I don't know. I can do another run through the team news. We did it about 15 minutes ago. Just go back on the timeline on the stream and see if you can find it. I ran through all the team news, so that's earlier in the stream. Not too long ago. Maybe like 10-15 minutes back. Cash to Gusto for a -4 or just Bowen to Salah. Bowen to Salah I definitely do. Cash to Gusto, depends who your other defenders are. Cash is out for this game week, so if you've got no defence, then definitely do it. I probably wouldn't do it if you've got an okay-ish defender to play, you know, like Zabanye or Gabriel or something like that. Foden or Saka? I said Saka, but that one's really close. 50-50 that one. Saka's in slightly better form when he's on pens, but Foden's got the home game. Don't think there's any leaks. I'll keep checking. Doesn't look like it. Gross or Foden? Foden. De Bruyne or Kudus? De Bruyne. Højlund or Isak? Isak. We'll do a final captain poll with 10 minutes to go and see how you're all leaning for captaincy. Who's your captain for Gameweek 30? So we'll go Son, Palmer, Salah and other. Ah, I posted it by accident. My bad. We'll end that poll. Stick it back up again. I meant to press add option rather than start poll. Son, Palmer. Alright, there we go. Add option. Salah and other. If you could vote other, message and chat. Boom. Poll is up. Get your votes in. Final captain poll. So yeah, I'm locked in. I'm rolling the transfer this week with a view to buying Salah next week. So I've still got to decide how I'm going to get back to Salah. It might be Watkins to Darwin, Son to Salah, or I might take a -4 that lets me keep Son. Toffolo. I think I saw Slaughter in the chat as well. Good to see him here. He's one of the first ever viewers I had on my streams. Who else did I just see just now? Beardy, good to see you, mate. Lorenzo, how we doing, mate? Lorenzo, isn't it? Lorenzo, pronounced with an S, not Cho. I always get it mixed up. Janega says Keller or Neto. You've got Zabanye and Gabriel Branthwaite. I'd start Kelleher, and I think I'd start Branthwaite, you know. I feel like Everton have got to be likely to keep a clean sheet away to Bournemouth, then Arsenal away to City. So Kelleher and Branthwaite. That's what I would do. Salah hat-trick, Connor says. I hope not. I wonder what his effective ownership will be. Before I forget, a final reminder. FPL.page, we just added a live rank widget. FPL.page's URL. You just chuck your ID in there and you can see it's instant. You can check your rank absolutely instantly like that. So yeah, FPL.page, you want to check that. There's loads of other good stuff on there as well. You can even make like custom FPL kits. You can make it your profile picture. Like that. You can download it. Anyway, there's loads of fun tools on there. It's completely free. FPL.page. Now with a live rank widget. And we're always adding new stuff to it. Completely free. Here's Lorenzo. Knew it. Solanke or Saka? Solanke. Bench Saka, Foden or Haaland? Foden. Close one. The live rank was a great addition. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to FPL Gameweek, who I collaborated with on that. And shout out to Andre, who's in the chat actually. There he is. Andre. He says, more to come, lads. He's a developer. So we work very closely together. I do all the mock-ups and the design stuff, and he does all the coding in the back end. So big shout out to Andre as well. We've got 7 minutes till deadline. Keep the questions coming. Turner or Areola? Areola. Should I captain Palmer from chasing ranks? Yeah, I think he's fine as a captain if you chase him. I honestly think it's close. This is FPL Reviews projections. They've got Son top, then Salah, then Maddison, and then Palmer. I do think Son's the top pick. Maybe Palmer's a bit too differential, but I think Palmer's perfectly good as a captain. Who does the testing? It's just me and him. Just me and Andre. We do it all ourselves. We make a good team, actually. And we get on well. And Andre didn't want any money for it, right? So when there was an FPL meetup a few weeks ago, I paid for his expenses to fly over. I insisted on that because I had to pay him back some way. And I think he's going to come to Fantasy Football Fest in the summer, so I'll do the same again then. It was a great night, wasn't it, Andre? It was so good to meet for the first time, and we had a great night out together. John says, good luck, everyone. Good luck as well. So, captain poll results. Wow, 48% Son, 39% Salah, 10% Palmer, 3% other. Didn't expect Salah to be that high. It is a bit worrying as a Salah non-owner. No, Andre's not the developer of FPL Gameweek. They're a separate entity, but we collaborated with them basically. They gave us access to their API basically, and that's how we can do it. That's how we can do the live rank. Let me check chat. Palmer or Gordon? Palmer. Bench Tony, Saka or Foden? I'd say Foden, just about. I do think Brentford gets something against United here. Maybe a draw, like 2-2, but I actually wouldn't be surprised if Brentford show up this game. They've got Mbumo back as well, and imagine he starts, and that's going to be a massive boost in attack. Very close though. I'd probably bench Foden. It's between Tony and Foden for me. Dr. Yazan says 2 out of 3, Saka, Gordon, Richarlison, Ake or Gabriel. So, 2 out of 3. Oh, I see what you mean now. So, Gordon I'd start. Yeah, someone asked about Richarlison earlier, and he is reportedly fine. This was what Postecoglou said. Richarlison's okay. He had a bit of a knee niggle and we're managing him, but he feels good even after training. So based on that, I would definitely just take the chance that he starts against Luton, because it's just one of the best fixtures they're going to have all season. Like, obviously he could be benched, but you're going to kick yourself if he starts, because if he starts, I think he's got a good chance against something against Luton. Likelier than Sake, and I'd start Ake over Gabriel. Solanke or Watkins? Is that who to have on a wild card? Because I think it has to be Solanke, because he's got the double in 34. And slightly better fixtures. Like Watkins has got City away in 31, Arsenal away in 33. 4 minutes till deadline. Keep the questions coming. Saliba or Bradley? Bradley. Flecken or Neto? Neto. Bailey or Palmer? Palmer. Ake or Saliba? I'd say Ake. Are there more double game weeks? There are. There's double game week 35 or 36, which is that. That hasn't been announced yet, but it's expected to drop into one of those 2 weeks, and it'll probably be 36. So it'll be a small double game week for Chelsea and Spurs. And then the final double game week, and the second to last game week, will be 37, where 6 teams will double. And those are the 6 teams. So we've got Brighton, Chelsea, City, United, Newcastle and Spurs. So some juicy teams with a double there for the bench boosters. And just all round, like, there's massive points to be had that week. The fixtures are a mixed bag, to be fair, but some good teams doubling. Nunez or Haaland? Haaland. Ake or Branthwaite? Branthwaite. Any leaks? I don't think we had any. I wasn't expecting any, to be fair, because it's Newcastle and West Ham first. Is there anything for the later games? Doesn't look like it. Nah. Palmer or Son captain? I've got both, and I'm on captain Son, Palmer vice. Why are you sleeping on Foden focal? I mean, I can only have so many players, and I had to pick between Son and Foden, and I felt Foden was the better. Son was the better pick. Jeez. No Trippier. Is that true? Flames? What's that? Where's that from? Where are you seeing that? Saka or Sarabia? Saka. Saka or Muniz? I mean, you got to start Muniz, and the form he's in against Sheffield United. What's the league code of the challenge mode? That's the final time I'll be able to show it before the deadline. ZYOND9. ZYOND9. That's the FPL challenge league code. Make sure you get yourself in there. Trippier, late arrival, but Trippier is here. There we go. 35 minutes till team news. So yeah, I'll retweet it. Trippier is with the squad. Whoever said no. Flames, I'm calling you out for that. No, that's fine. I mean, a lot of people just make it up, Flames. And that's the problem. I have to be careful on streams what I actually show on screen, because there's people that just guess. There's people that troll. But yeah, Trippier's seen with the squad, so that's good. Guy Forster, I mean, I guess they hadn't seen him before with the squad, and they thought he wasn't with the squad, but it looks like he arrived late, to be fair. Guy Forster, thanks for the super chat, which just says onwards and upwards from Game Week 29. I mean, that's true. That's true. Last week, the lowest scoring game week of all time on record. B says Foden or Garnacho to start. Garnacho. Benjamin says Bailey or Foden. Bailey or Foden. I feel like you start Bailey, right? Home to Wolves. I'd start Bailey, I think. That is a difficult one, but I'd start Bailey. Muniz or Richarlison? Muniz. Mateta or Darwin? Darwin. Dubravka or Areola? Dubravka. I have the same team, but Branthwaite for Virgil. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with my team. It's not too bad right now. Could be better, but it's not bad considering I haven't wildcarded. And that's it. That's the deadline. Right? Yeah, 11 o'clock UK time. Locked. Weston says locked. John says 1 minute. Well, that was a minute ago. Luke says love you, Focal. Love you too, Luke. Any questions now? Too late. No, all good, Flames. All good, mate. Appreciate you coming to the streams as always. And thanks for the comment yesterday. FPL Gem says great stream, Focal. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. I'm really excited for today. We've got like a great run of games. I don't know if I still got the fixtures here. It's annoying that you can't pull up the fixtures after the deadline. Like, why not? Why can't we just look at the fixtures after the deadline passes? But yeah, there's some great games on today. I can look at it on Flash Scores. We've got Newcastle, West Ham. So I've just got Gordon there. And then we've got 5 games at 3 o'clock. Yeah, my cut's healed now. You can't really see it now. It's all good now. Yeah, we've got 5 games at 3 o'clock and then a couple more later today. Ankit says he needs a Trippier, clean sheet and assist. Robert, you're too late, mate. The deadline's passed a minute or two ago. Zane's hoping to enter the top 10k, top 70k this week. I'd hope for the same, actually. I'm with you on that, Zane. I'm 79k, so I'd like to break into top 70k. Why no Toffolo? I forgot Toffolo. Yeah, I was going to transfer him in and captain him. You know what? At least he didn't haul last week, because I said on last week's stream, if he hauls or gets an attack in return, I'll change my name to FPL Toffolo. And he didn't. Please find a home for FPL Radar on your site. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll ask him, but I don't know if he'd even be interested though. So I'd have to ask him. But I suppose I could, yeah. I suppose I could add one. Hoping to get to the top 100 this week. How's your finger? Yeah, finger's good now. It's healed over. It's still a little bit sore, but it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, so it's all healed over. I didn't need stitches to ever ask that. Mohammed says, who do you support? I'm an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I'm Arsenal. Who does everyone support? Who do you guys support? John says 25k subs and then tattoo. Not even now, 24k. Hopefully it'll be next season. 24,000 subscribers and I'll get the Focal logo tattooed somewhere. Where should I get it tattooed? I was talking to my girlfriend about it and she said, you better not get it somewhere really visible. Because I was thinking I'll get it on my wrist or something like that. But I could get it on my foot or my ankle. Or maybe my thigh. I'll get it on my neck. I'll get like the Edison tattoo, but instead of the smiley face, just the Focal logo. Chelsea, Arsenal, Newport County, Norwich, QPR. John says everyone sub. Yeah, if you want to see me get the Focal logo tattooed, then hit subscribe for that. FC Bowley. Hey Benji, I saw he's stepping down as director though, isn't he? I think they voted him out or something. So there you go. That's got to be good news if you're a Chelsea fan. City, Leeds United. Hey, Leeds are having a great season. Not the best result last night, draw against Watford, but it looks like you guys are well on your way to coming up. It's very tight at the top though, isn't it? Have we ever had such a crazy three-way race for the top 2 in the Championship? In the Championship? Championship. Who are we raiding? I don't know if we'll do a raid today. I've left it too late now. I mean, normally I just like, we go straight to the raid, but I thought I'd stick around for 5 or so minutes and just chat. If anyone's got questions or anything unrelated to FPL, feel free to ask. OG remember focal top bins at the Emirates. Oh mate, yeah, I'm never going to forget that. I've got that clip somewhere. Can I find the clip? It was Anfield, by the way. Oh, here it is. We won 3-0 as well. Absolutely sent it. Maybe the keeper should have done better, but yeah, that was unreal. I'd love to get more opportunities like that, but that was so rare that sorted me out of that last season, but I'm not collaborating with them this season. So yeah, I've not really got the same opportunities, but yeah, I'd love to do more like that, because I did a vlog and a video. What's your skincare routine? Don't have one, to be honest. My girlfriend works in like skincare and beauty, so she's got all these products she gets from work. No, I won't be watching the rugby. I'm probably going to stick the footy on, to be honest. I watch the footy all day. Challenge mini league code. Oh yeah, so I guess challenge is still live, isn't it? I guess anyone can join the FPL Challenge League, because there's no deadlines, is there? So yeah, if you want to join, that's the league code. Yeah, I guess FPL Challenge is still open. Do you play FC24? I do, yeah. I've got a group that I've played with every year since like 2016. Basically, I joined a drop-in match. You know when you join with random players? And I used to do that all the time. I just used to play drop-ins, and then I joined one, and this guy was like, "Anyone want to join our club?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right, I'll join your club." And we ended up like becoming really good mates, and we play every FIFA now since like 2016, and I still play with them. And when I went to Manchester last year, I got to meet them for the first time, and that was surreal because I'd known them online for like 6 years, and then we finally met up and had a few drinks and had a great night out. You stand a man with a good skin routine. To be honest, I've got moisturiser and the bathroom, but I don't really use it that much. Yeah, I'd like to meet him again at some point, like if they can make their way down to London, or maybe I'll be back in Manchester at some point. Keep streaming till 12:30 because FPL Challenge is open. That's another hour and a half almost. I don't know if I could go that long. I mean, I've been sitting here for like, how long? You know what, it's harder than it looks streaming. Like, big credit to other streamers as well. It's harder than it looks because you're just talking out loud to yourself, technically. I mean, you can bounce off chat and so on, but especially when you first start out, because you might have no viewers and you're just talking and talking. They're getting rid of pro clubs. There's no way. If they do that, I'm not buying it. That'll be the day I stop playing. So yeah, my challenge team is that. So I've got double Chelsea defence, double Spurs defence, Jota, Maddison, Son, Salah, Palmer, Watkins, Solanke. I wanted to try out the old trick with the auto subs. So like if Son smashes it, then I won't do anything because I get Isak off the bench and the captaincy switches to Son. But if Son blanks or doesn't do that well, then I'll sell Salah for like, I don't know, whoever, De Bruyne, and then I'll sell Jota for Salah. So it's a bit of a loophole. You kind of get like 2 swings at captaincy. I don't know if that's good or not, but that's like a little feature or a loophole. I don't know. Maybe it's by design. So that's something you can do in FPL Challenge to get 2 swings at captaincy, or I guess you call it an exploit, like Virtual said. I mean, some people are doing it. They've got like 3 or 4 injured players, so you could have like an injured keeper, defender, 2 mids, and then you get your whole bench off if they blank. But I think they've like patched it. If you make any changes during the week, I think you don't get auto subs now. So you either get your entire bench off or you don't get any. How do you do it? I'm spaced out. Well, you think about it. You get auto subs. So if you have someone in your team that definitely doesn't play, then you get your bench player on. But you can make transfers during the game week. So you can choose whether to get your bench player on or not if they play earlier than the other ones. So like Isak plays before Jota. So after Isak plays, I just decide, do I sell Jota or do I keep Jota and get Isak off the bench? But yeah, I don't know how they're going to patch it, because yeah, so it's a bit of a bug, like, well, not a bug, but a pretty major exploit in a way. Maybe it would be, there's one deadline. That's the fix, isn't it? There's one deadline. So like once the first deadline passes, like in FPL, that's it. That's probably how you do it. Or you just don't allow transfers during the game week. Yeah, kind of like Champions League fantasy. I think they might have sort of patched it, Kurt. I think now, if you make a transfer during the game week, you don't get auto subs. I think that's what they updated the rules to, but we'll have to see what happens this game. We can test it out. I mean, this game week's one was a bit pointless because it's unlimited budget, but you don't even need all the budget, really. I mean, unless you want to go Son, Salah, Haaland, maybe you need all the budget. But what have I spent? 94.6 mil is what mine cost. So anyway, that's the little exploit with auto subs. Not sure if they patched it. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. It's good to see like 800 or so still stuck around, because I don't normally carry on talking after the streams. I normally just instantly dip as soon as the deadline passes. So appreciate everyone that stuck around a little longer to chat. Enjoy the day and enjoy the game week. We've got a busy day ahead. Don't forget what I said earlier about the April Fool's thing. For those that were there early for that, keep an eye out for that on Monday. And yeah, loads of FPL content to come because of the tight turnaround. Tuesday deadline, so there'll be lots to come over the weekend. I'll do a video on Sunday, probably 2 on Monday, and then 1 on Tuesday morning. And then, of course, live Tuesday evening. So lots of football to come. Very exciting. Love you all. Thanks for swinging by. That's it from me. Focal out.